I have a new plan for what I want to do. I want to do streams where I just waffle and play chess. Now, I don't know if that's a good fucking YouTube video, being honest. It probably isn't, but we're gonna do it anyway. What I do is I like over try, and it doesn't work. So we're just not gonna try, and we're just gonna play chess and talk. I'm gonna pick a topic, whatever the fuck I feel like, and we're just gonna talk about it. I can talk about World War II, I can talk about NFTs, I can talk about whatever I want. Future episodes, baby. Ooh, I need to get up chess. Boys, let's do this. Okay, so the topic I want to talk about today is Romeo and Juliet. Alright, I've been doing Romeo and Juliet for the last, how long has it been? Since October-ish of school. And I just want to talk about it because it's a very weird book. Let's start the game of chess. I'm just going to play in the background while we do this. It's all streamed live here, twitch.tv. So, basic plot premise before I get in, because, you know, I have to explain this. But then again, if you're watching me play chess, you're probably a middle-aged man. Big red people, big blue people don't like each other. Red person like blue person, and they make purple, but the red and blue don't like purple. So they fight, and then purple dies. I don't fucking know. So there's characters, and I have to like explain what they are and what they do, and I just want to talk about them because I find some really weird, just kind of strange. I'm gonna be honest. First character up that's kind of strange, because we're gonna rank him on strangeness. Because I could just talk about Romeo and Juliet, but let's be honest, they're fucking bored. Like Romeo's like kind of like a good guy, and Juliet's like, oh my god, damsel in distress. Like it was 1589. Who cares? Let's talk about like somebody like that's an asshole. Let's talk about Tybalt. Tybalt in the story is like a big red man, you know, he's big fucking red, like he's big red, and he doesn't, he's kind of a dick most of it. Like the opening, we see him like show up and basically go like, bitch, like you wanna fight, like you say fight and you don't wanna fight me. Like man is just like ready to go. And that's like Tybalt for you, you know, like he's always ready to go, like he's about to fight anyone. That's just who he is. But like, you know, he dies later on. Oh yeah, big spoiler alert, yeah, he dies. Who fucking cares? Like, you're not gonna read it. Like, it's fucking Romeo and Juliet. TLDR, spoiler alert, trigger warning. One of my big favorite, Paris. Now, you may say, Paris, hey, he's like 25 and he likes a 13-year-old. Yeah, that's wrong. Fair enough. But he was played by Paul Rudd in the movie. And, you know, we love Paul Rudd here because it's Paul Rudd. Man hasn't aged since the 90s at all. Like, I need to get a photo of Paul Rudd up. We're going off the match for a sec. Paul Rudd, 1990s. Look at this man. Look at this man. He looks the same. Let's go and look at DiCaprio. Age has hit him like a fucking truck. Yeah, like there. That's a perfect example. Look what happened to him. Look what happened to him. Paul Rudd, same. It hasn't changed at all. What? He's such like an odd person in the movie. Like it's like he loves Juliet, but Juliet's just not feeling it. She's just like, no. You kind of feel bad for him. If he wasn't 25 and he liked a 13-year-old, you know, you might feel bad. Friar Lawrence is like the guy that marries him. So like, for like, you know, wedding. But like the guy who does it, like, I don't know if he actually wanted to marry him. Because it just seems like, hey, we could stop a fight. They kind of want to get married. Should we marry him? Maybe. He should have taken that dumbass. There's also like the scene where like, you see, Romeo has like these like kind of, you know, posse that follows him around. This be like the guy called Mercutio, fucking Benvo. They just kind of like, you know, they're side characters. And the book is heavily, you know, favored in Romeo. Like we open up and we meet Romeo, and then it's like Juliet is like, I don't. Look, let me level with you. A lot of the time, I don't know what I'm talking about. I just go off what I'm supposed to know. Key scenes. Shit, yeah, key scenes. Yeah, I can waffle about that. So the first key scene would obviously be them meeting, which is like at the ball, which is kind of, you know, weird. So the scene basically plays out. Romeo like has a vision. He's like, oh shit, I'm gonna die. And then he goes like, Who cares? Let's just go in anyway. What's the worst that could happen? You could die. You really could. So he goes in anyway. They see Juliet, and Romeo instantly goes like pretty much goes like, oh my god, I'm attracted to her. True love. Doesn't even talk to her. Already in love. Don't question Romeo. Romeo's going off on a man. But Romeo kind of goes in there, falls in love with Juliet, you know, yada yada yada, and then instantly, like, him and his friends are leaving. They're like, hey, we're going for the night. Juliet's been like, oh my god, I'm a Capulet. Romeo's like, oh my god, Ali face Capulet for sure. And it's like, yeah, she's a Capulet. Who fucking cares? And then Romeo fucking climbs a building, ditches Mercutio and Benvolio, and goes like, hey guys, gotta bounce, gotta go say I love you. He's like fucking gone, goes into the woods like a fucking elf. He like gets up and just fucking goes like a gremlin. Leaves. Just, they don't know. And Benvolio's just like, man, Romeo, you can't keep doing this. Like, you do this all the time. Stop doing this. And then he kind of goes like, for sure. No, he doesn't. He just leaves. He climbs up a building, goes into a balcony, and then listens to Juliet. He's like the hunchback of Notre Dame. You're like up on top just listening to her. And she's like, oh, Romeo, oh, fair thou, Romeo. Wouldn't a rose smell as good if it wasn't a rose, if it wasn't called a rose? Some bullshit like that. And just like, yeah, you're right. It's like, just love him. And then Romeo's like listening to her like, hey, I love you. And then she's like, oh, fair Romeo. And he's like, I'm here. Holy fucking shit, you're here? What? You're here? And then, oh, he resigned. I'm gonna go a bit of, you know, fast forwarding here. I'm gonna do a bit of recollection. But the death scene, which I'm kind of skipping from the meeting to ending. All you need to know is Romeo's like, hey, I love you. And she's like, no. What? Like, she's like, yeah. He's like, I love you. She's like, yeah, me too. He's like, hey, do you want to kiss? Hey, Romeo, we're gonna have to, like, exile you now. You know, like, Juliet gets put in, like, she's just sad. Then, like, they come up with this giant plan. Because remember Paris. Remember Paul Rudd. Remember how he doesn't age. Well, Paul Rudd's being, like, a lovable sweetheart here. And he's like, don't worry. I know you're sad that your best friend Tibble died. But, like, you want to get married. You know, like, man's just trying to get married. No, she is 12. But, like, it's actually kind of fucking weird. But, like, he's like, yeah, he actually comes off as nice in the book, but like, he's like, she's trying to, I can't really get past the fact that she's like 12. I'm gonna keep mentioning it because it's weird. They're gonna get married, and Juliet's like, no, I don't like you, my guy. Stop like hitting my DMs up. I don't like you. Stop texting me. So she like, you know, drugs. She takes this serum that like kills her for 48 hours. She's like, I'm out. It's like, I take that during COVID. She takes that, and she like wakes up 48 hours later. But in the 48 hours, Romeo's been like, hey, she's dead. No, she's dead, my lover. No. Yeah. Okay, ma'am. She's like, my lover. No. Fuck my. Say, yeah, ma'am. She's like dead now, and Romeo's like, no. Romeo's like exiled, I don't know, to like Arizona or somewhere. And she's like, no, I'm dead. And Romeo's like, no. And then comes home like, where is she? Where is she? Like, Alta digs up her grave, gets her body out, cries, and then, you know, pops a drug, being like, if you're dead, I can't be alive. And then Romeo, you know, dies. And then she wakes up, and she's like, no, Romeo, you're dead for sure. And then, you know, pops something, because she's like, hey, you're dead. You know, like, might as well be dead. Logang for life. Logan is gone. I'm out. That's the ending of the intense Romeo and Juliet. What have I learned? Nothing. I've spent 6 weeks on this nonsense, and I don't think I've learned anything. Fucking nothing. All I've learned is that in the 1800s, it was okay to like a 12-year-old. Pretty much it. So, you know, this is a new thing, by the way, me just waffling on about topics I like to talk about. So, if you please do so, I do stream this live at twitch.tv, Mr. Tato1423. Please come. I streamed this to 2 people, and one of them was my alt, and the other one was my laptop that I have watching it. So, see ya.